talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. The she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. We're going to get to the smoke in 1 second. Everybody got this letter that was leaked. Is the letter real? We don't know. We don't know. Two options. Could be real, and now they're doing damage control because no one has spoken about it yet and saying, no, that's not real, that's a fake. Or because it looks like seriously just a piece of paper that was left on the table and somebody took a snapshot of it. That's kind of what it looks like. Maybe not. I'm not here to create a conspiracy theory. What I am here to do is dissect this letter that was put out there and tell you, if this was the letter, why this is alarming if it was. Now, there may be some damage control after the fact because number one, there was a leak last time of these letters, right? And in actuality, and Renfro said, no, that's not it. And then you found out, yeah, that was it, the 1.3%. So no, yeah. And then it turned out to be that. So we're going to be a little optimistic. This is something that I don't like to do. I don't like to be a tabloid. I don't like to give false information. What I am going to do is, according to this information that was leaked, if it were leaked, if it is real, I'm hoping that the message that I get gets right to the top. Because if this is true, the wording exposes the people. I'm going to read it to you. Officers, subject, tentative agreement between the United States Postal Service and the National Association of Letter Carriers. Today, we received notice from the National Association of Letter Carriers that the proposed 42-month collective bargaining agreement we reached is likely to be rejected by the union's membership despite assurances we had from the union's leadership that it was likely to pass. While we are disappointed in the outcome of the proposal, which we believed that was more than fair for both parties, we are prepared to vigorously defend our position in interest arbitration and have been assured by union leadership that many of the previously agreed to memorandums to the right size the organization and alter work rules will not be challenged. Further, we are optimistic that we will be likely to achieve increased workforce flexibility through the expansion of our non-career workforce, resulting in additional savings for our customers. Overall, we feel confident that we have a union team we can work with, which will allow us to achieve our goals in interest arbitration. Doug A. Tulino. Again, this seems so far-fetched because if this is the wording that was passed out, who knows? This was sent to officers. Now, again, why would they do damage control? Let me tell you, because a lot of them realize this is an internal thing. If this is damage control, this is an internal thing. It's not going to be sent to you. That's the thing. It's not supposed to be sent to you. You're not supposed to be reading this. But we're going to dissect this. And if I called one of the officers, they're going to say, well, no, that's probably a leak. You know why they would say that? Because those people up top sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, meaning they're not allowed to tell people what they talk about up there. So again, this is speculation. But now I'm about to go ham. All right. It says it was assured by union leadership that it was likely that it was going to pass, right? The tone and the language. Disappointment. Tolino expresses disappointment that the union membership is likely to reject the agreement despite assurances from union leadership, which means the leaders in the union which is what we've been talking about. The ones up top saying y'all should vote yes. Remember I went off before. I said they shouldn't be telling y'all how to vote. We should be all voting independently. Vote your conscience. This tone suggests that he is more focused on the USPS's perspective rather than understanding the members, your concerns. He also got a defensive stance, which says he mentioned being prepared to vigorously defend the USPS's position in interest arbitration, indicating a confrontational rather than collaborative approach. Meaning, whatever position he put out there, he said he's going to defend the position where they're talking about, oh yeah, we want more of a non-career workforce? What? If he says that he's going to vigorously defend what was said, oh, well, you guys said, the leadership that's in this, your union presidents that assured them, hey, don't worry about it. We will convince our members to vote the right way. Union leadership said to them that they were going to convince everybody to vote the right way. Whatever. Assumptions and dismissiveness. Assurances from leadership. Delino mentions that the union leadership had assured the agreement would pass, implying that the leadership's perspective is more valid than the members. This dismisses the members, the people, the hardworking people on the ground, right to have a different opinion. You see me? Fairness claim. He states that the proposal was more than fair for both parties, which can be seen as dismissive of the members' grievances and concerns. You are the members. If this is something that's just an internal memo, which for some reason, again, I don't want to say this is true. All I'm saying is, if it is true, this is what I've been telling you all for the longest. Get rid of the trash that sits up top that's supposed to represent you, because they're not representing you. Now, before I continue, if this happens to come out that this is the truth later, that this memo was part of it, they're going to do damage control. This is not what you are supposed to read. Remember that. It's not what you're supposed to read. He focuses on USPS's goal, workforce flexibility. He emphasizes the expansion of non-career workforce as a positive outcome for achieving flexibility. Obviously, that's what the CCAs are, right? Flexibility and savings. This focus on cost-saving measures and operational efficiency does not align with the job security and benefits that regular union members are seeking at this moment. Because every single CCA, regardless, they want a set schedule. That's what they want. They want to know I'm working Monday through Friday. They want to work Tuesday through Saturday, Wednesday through Sunday. These 2 days off, they want that. But you know what? That's not what they want. So you got to kind of go with what they want. They wrote down what they want and they said, here, take the scraps. Interest arbitration. He expresses his own confidence in achieving USPS's goals first through interest arbitration, suggesting that there's a preference for a process that may not fully align with the union members' needs. Y'all don't hear what I'm telling you, because what you guys write, what you guys have been saying is what you want nationwide. For some reason, there's only a handful, a speckle of people that say, yeah, you know what, this is great. There's only a speckle because there's been more focus, more eyes on the contract than ever before. And the only person to thank for that is the president, Mr. Renfro. Because they just wanted just a regular pay. If he would have proposed that back when it was supposed to be proposed, he might have gotten away with it. But because of the delay, people like, wait, hold on, cousin. You sat here fucking almost 2 years and this is the shit you give us? Lack of empathy. members' concerns, there is no mention of understanding or addressing the specific concerns of the union members who voted against the agreement. This lack of empathy can be seen as a failure to represent the members' interests adequately. Now understand, I personally look behind the scenes. I know in order to get a little, they have to give a little, but they should tell you up front, this is what we have to do. They're not telling you that. They're trying to butter it up, saying, look, I'm the beginning and I'm the ending. And they're lining people up in place to say, hey, we have to come as a united front because this is what we're going to propose. This is what we're going to tell them. And that's it. And you guys have to accept it. I'm hoping I'm not losing you. This is all about your money. Do I need to break it out in terms of money? Strategic misalignment, union team confidence. Toledo states confidence in working with the union team, but this confidence seems misplaced if the membership is rejecting the agreement. This indicates a potential misalignment between the negotiators and the members they represent. And here's the reason why. If he had to sit there and do the whole negotiation thing, there's a lack of member-centric approach. This is why people want the James Henry. This is why people want the Mike Cariff. It has to be centered around the members. I'm sure everybody would agree with that. Or you just give money to somebody and say, hey, do with it what you want. I know you don't do that. So why would you want people up top that's representing you, that's doing it for you? And if I told you before, I'm going to tell you again, you need to get them people out of there, vote them out, get rid of them, change the culture, do whatever it is you need to do. Figure out what you need to do behind the scenes to make sure that everybody that's sitting up there collecting those $300,000, $400,000 checks a year are doing your bidding. They're supposed to be doing the bidding for you, not for their own pockets. A good negotiator should prioritize the concerns and the needs of the members that they represent. Tolino's statement lacks that, and he worries more about the USPS. And they have poor communication. Effective negotiators require clear communication and understanding of both sides' concerns. They know the post office wants to cut down. We know that. Everybody knows that they need to get the most out of each of us. Look, this person needs to produce this. And if we can get more, great, for the same amount of time. But if we can add some more and still just pay a little bit more, that's what we want. That's kind of how business works. I get it. But now, you can't screw the members because the members is going broke. The members are saying, yo, I don't have a home. Electricity's cut off. My manager is my supervisor. There's so many aspects to it. But because these people are sitting up top and they're not dealing with the everyday things that you guys are dealing with, it seems like it's just falling by the wayside. He has a dismissive tone and lack of empathy, which suggests that he has poor communication skills with you guys. And his overall reliance on leadership, your leaders that are at your locals, some are great and some are horrible. I said it. Some are great and some are horrible. The presidents, the vice presidents, they're supposed to align with what you need. And if you guys continue to sit here and allow them to just choose what they think you need, that's your fault. So I understand that certain places in the country, that little 1.3% may seem like a lot. If you're living in a low income area like parts of Alabama, maybe Mississippi, or in the slums of Georgia, in the country areas of Kentucky, the price of living is less. It is. So when they offer that, some people are like, hey man, that works for me. I don't care. But then when you got the people that live in those bigger cities, they're like, this ain't cutting it. So who's going to dominate that vote? The people that vote the most. The bigger cities have more people, obviously, right? Yeah, I mean, it's common sense. The country areas don't have so many people. So it's supposed to kind of factor in together. But you got to vote. Toledo fails to build a consensus and trust amongst the membership. He's worrying about the leaders to do his bidding. Now, if your president is telling you, vote yes, fuck you, president. If your president is telling you to vote no, fuck you too. The president is supposed to align things. Look, I understand some of you may like it, some of you may not. Whatever you do, please just vote whatever you feel. You see how that works? There's a big difference. Now I can respect my president. You know what? He not picking sides. I get it. I like that. Whatever works for you, these are the pros, these are the cons. If the pros outweigh the cons, then vote yes. If the cons outweigh the pros, then vote no. That's what true leaders do. Not self-serving people. He has a confrontational stance. His readiness to defend the USPS position vigorously in arbitration indicates that he's confrontational rather than collaborative with the negotiation process. If the USPS says, man, we only gonna give him 1.3%, and he goes in there and say, man, that's what I told him. Okay, now the arbitrator is gonna say, okay, 1.3% it is. That's how that works. But he ain't gonna fight for you. And you guys get screwed if you go to arbitration. Who's to blame for it? Who's to blame for it? Listen, again, this is all speculation. This is an internal note that if it's an internal note that we were not supposed to see, and this is how it's playing out, then obviously y'all know that I've been telling you to change the culture for years. Y'all know that I talk shit about unions. I talk shit about management. I talk shit about my coworkers. I talk good things about management. I talk good things about the union. I talk good things about my coworkers. But at the end of the day, I keep telling you guys to change the culture. If you want better, change the culture. If you got great union members and union leadership, go to the meetings, collaborate, talk to them. If you got bad union leaders, go to the meetings, get rid of them. Find ways. This is not, they're not the king. You vote them out. Get like-minded people together. Bring this shit together. You guys don't realize that you guys are the future. You're the present. And a majority of us were yesterdays. But if you do not figure out a way to stop with this crazy internal fighting and bring that united front, because if this is a true message, he says, I was assured by leadership that this would pass, the union leadership. I was assured that all my local branches presidents told me that we would make this pass. What? Yo, I hope I didn't babble on enough. This is an opinion piece, but it's one of those things that should make you scratch your head and say, what the fuck? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck? Listen, I'm probably going to do a live tonight, and I'm probably going to let y'all just go on and do your rant. I don't want to go over this part of it again, but this is going to be an interesting next couple weeks just to see how this plays out. Again, this may be a lot of damage control, which I personally think it is. It's just an assumption. And if it's not, I apologize. I made an ass out of myself. But I still think it's internal. They got to come up with something better. The postal brothers and sisters need something better. This is JH. Yeah, I'm out.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.